Chapter 1. A spear whistled past Astrid's ear, glancing so close to the fragile skin that the breeze stirred her hair. Before her opponent, Torva, could recover, Astrid ducked into a roll and sprang back to her feet, just inside Torva's spear defenses. Torva sneered. Her freckles scrunched together, red hair spiraled around her face in frizzy strands half-soaked with sweat. Astrid tisked. Torva shouted and attacked again. Quick as a lynx, Astrid clamped a hand around the incoming spear, twisted it out of Torva's grip, and earned a blow to the chin in the process. Torva lumbered to the side in a poor attempt to get her feet under her again, while Astrid staggered back, jerking the spear from Torva's paw-like hands. She shook her head to clear the pain radiating through her jaw. Her fingers tightened around Torva's now-claimed spear. "Take that, bully," she thought. They circled each other for several moments, chest heaving, eyes locked. Astrid wiped away strands of hair that had fallen out of her braid. She smirked. "Sloppy, sloppy, Torva," she sang. "You let me get your spear." Astrid twirled the stolen spear around her back, then snapped it into guard in front of her. "I'll step on you, runt," Torva snarled. "Then you'll break in half like the little thing you are. You're not even a whole Skolvarg. You're half-sized." Around the sparring ring, other warriors snickered or rolled their eyes. Torva's rage-scrunched face looked like an ogre's. She advanced with a stomp, cracked her thick knuckles, and rolled her shoulders. There had to be Stalogar blood somewhere in her lineage. Astrid had always been small, but not short enough to throw off her comprehension of an opponent's size. "Stop dancing around and fight me like a real Skolvarg," Torva hissed. "I am fighting like a Skolvarg," Astrid snapped. She backed away, spear held low, a wary gaze on Torva's advancing form. "You're the one lumbering around like an ogre." Torva's face turned red as she bellowed and charged. The speed of Torva's assault startled Astrid. She didn't know Torva could move that fast. Astrid swung the shaft of the spear around at the last moment. Being Torva's spear, the ogre-like girl wouldn't want to snap it in half. Torva would be forced to lessen the intensity of the attack at the last moment to protect her own gear. But Astrid miscalculated Torva's desire for blood. She charged with full strength anyway. Astrid managed to lift the spear. It struck Torva on the shoulder but glanced off. Torva wrapped her arms around Astrid and drove her hard into the ground. All the air fled Astrid's chest. Caught between Astrid and Torva's descending bulk, the spear shaft cracked. A rock jabbed into Astrid's ribs, slicing skin under her shirt. She gasped from pain and lack of air. Torva shoved herself to her feet, looming over Astrid like one of the giant, grizzled gray bears that followed the streams in the spring. This time, Torva smirked. "Not so quick after all, Astrid." Torva always drawled the vowels in an annoying, brutish way. "You'd think someone as little as you would at least be quick. Then again, you've always been a disappointment." Astrid gasped through frozen lungs, wheezing out an incomprehensible retort. Torva rolled her eyes, then nudged Astrid not so gently in the ribs with her foot. "Try again, Omegar." Shock rippled through Astrid. Omegar was the highest insult possible in their Skolvarg tribe. Rage fueled her recovery. She forced her lungs to take the air back in. "I said," Astrid wheezed, "you fight like an ogre." Astrid's foot slammed into Torva's thigh. Torva dropped to one knee, but her sturdy bones only bought Astrid a few seconds. Just enough to snatch the top half of the spear off the ground and spring back to her feet before Torva had her balance again. Astrid fought off a grimace. Her ribs ached. One of them might be broken. As a Skolvarg, she healed faster than other folk, but it would still hurt like shine for a few hours anyway. Her breath came in shallow gulps. Torva staggered as she gained her feet and picked up a discarded shield from earlier in the fight. The rounded edges looked more like a buckler, except for points on the bottom and both sides. She advanced slowly, wiping the back of her mouth with a meaty hand. Astrid took a step back for each step forward. "At least I hear the wolf song, Astrid. Do you?" Torva laughed a grating sound, like wood pieces groaning together. "Of course you don't. I'm not a tiny, pathetic freak like you. The wolves want me, not you. You'll never be an Ulfsark. A sheep doesn't run with the wolves."